People have found out that we live in my mom's house in her basement. What do you think about the living situation?
My name is SwagMountain 64. This is my first video I am posting. I wanted to say thank you because I finally reached over 100 subscribers. 100 is a lot, man. I don't know, it seems like a lot to me.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stone Mountain. Today, joined by Mrs. Mountain for a very special video in honor of the 1 million subscribers. So I reached out to people on Twitter, Facebook, Discord, got a bunch of questions, some of the most common questions, as well as what I think will be the most interesting answers. And today, we're gonna have a chat, folks. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited that people actually want to ask me questions. So why did you start and what keeps you going? No?
That's pretty good. I don't know. So my whole entire life, I've always been playing games. Since I was 4 years old, I got the Nintendo 64, which is where the 64 in my name comes from. Stone Mountain is literally my last name translated into English. A lot of my friends kind of drifted away from games, and I didn't really have a lot of people that I was playing games with. I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops was the main game, and I actually got insanely good at that game. To the point where one of my friends told me, hey, you should upload this gameplay. I didn't even hear about it at the time, so I found that. I started watching all these other YouTubers online, and like this was now a community for gaming, something that I feel like I've always been put down for doing. You know, don't focus on this. This is like something you shouldn't really be doing. To, hey, these guys are uploading videos for it. There's a whole community around it, and I wanted to be a part of that. You get to answer questions.
Yeah.
All right.
I have nothing to do with this channel.
One of the most common ones was, how did we meet?
So we met in college. We lived right next door to each other. We lived in student housing. So on the very first day, move-in day, my roommates and I went and knocked on their door to introduce ourselves, and there he was. Did you ever think you would hit 1 million subscribers?
No way. I didn't. That's an individual person that has taken the time to subscribe to my channel, that wants to keep on watching the content. That's just the biggest audience that I had ever been in front of was a classroom of like less than 50 people. So to think that there's that many of you guys out there watching, I don't even know how to imagine that. I don't know. Now that I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years, what do you think about it as a career?
So when he first started, I was okay with it. I supported it. It was something for him to do in his free time for fun. It was just like a hobby. So I was on board. What
do you think about it now as a full-time career?
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Like, there's so many perks to this job. It is a little strange to tell people what he does, but I think it's so cool, and the freedom that he has in this job, and he loves it so much.
To me, it's amazing that this can be my full-time job. Yeah. My biggest passion in life, and what I've wanted my whole life to just spend a lot of time doing, and what I've really enjoyed, is gaming. And explaining that to people, they're always very impressed. But when I first started this, I never told any of my friends. No. I didn't tell anybody. It wasn't for everybody else. It was just for me, and, you know, just building something for fun.
Yeah.
I got a lot of questions of, how do you maintain having a wife and a family life and playing video games? How do you think? Do I do that okay? How do I do that?
It's definitely been a learning experience. This isn't a job that you can just clock out of.
Now that I am doing it full time, I actually can have more time for our family, like just being together. But when I was working full time, like the way that I was making up for time and the way that I was managing time was by reducing sleep for the most part, and pretty much not having much of a social life.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like, my social life was just YouTube. Every Sunday was committed to making my top play show, and I usually took Friday night off and Saturday most of the day off. Like, when I was in school, I didn't realize how much time I even had when I was in college. Then working full time, having a couple hours a night to make videos.
It was just exhausting, which is why he quit his job, because doing both I mean, it was basically 2 full-time jobs, and anybody who has 2 full-time jobs will tell you that it's exhausting, and even if you don't, you can only imagine.
And I don't know how long it's going to last, if it's going to last. Damn, am I appreciative that this is what I get to do all day. So obviously I run a gaming channel, and people wanted to know, do you play video games? Do you play video games with me?
I do not play video games.
No.
Like, we had a Nintendo 64 when I was a kid, and when am I going to start? That's a great question that I don't have an answer to. Not today.
I've tried to get her into games before, but she doesn't really want to even. She's not really interested. But maybe someday I'll get you in a video for a game.
Yeah, but I don't know who would want to watch that. Like, it's obviously going to be terrible, and I'm obviously not going to know what I'm doing.
It'd be funny.
Did you ever think about joining the military?
I didn't. I have incredible respect for everybody that does serve, and like I know actually a lot of my audience is in the military, but my life has always been geared towards going to college and studying something.
So then how did you learn the commands?
That's the big question. And I did that from playing video games as well. Played through the campaigns, wrote those down, and then slowly integrated it, learned like the military alphabet and all that. And
do you ever get recognized?
have been recognized before, and that was the craziest thing ever, because I was at Gamescom in Germany last year, and I was just playing Battlefield on this setup, and people were coming up to me. Of course, they're kind of more in the gaming industry, so they recognize me, but I do get recognized very often in game, and that's something that it's kind of crazy to me.
Do you play less now that your channel is bigger?
Before I started uploading videos, I would mainly game. But now that I've been uploading videos, I've spent a lot more time editing videos, working on like my actual channel. So in that sense, I definitely do play less.
What are your plans from here?
I just want to keep uploading content. One of the things that I'm actually doing is streaming less on YouTube now, and actually streaming more in total by streaming to Facebook. Facebook has been, you guys on Facebook have been insane with the support. I try a lot of different things. That's one of the things that has led my channel to where it is right now. I've also now made a second channel, SwagMountain Plays,
What?
which, yeah, I just made it, and I'm going to put my live streams up on that channel.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. People also always ask me, what tips would you give me for a new channel? Being unique, doing something different, and being consistent. Nobody's going to subscribe to you if you're not consistent with it. If you're not doing something different than what somebody else is doing, then why would somebody leave what they already enjoy and have a routine down for to go to something else, right? Obviously, through some of my most popular videos, people have found out that we live in my mom's house in her basement. What do you think about the living situation?
It's not my favorite.
It's the best right now, so we're gonna keep it that way.
What? No!
This is Little Bear. He's shown up in quite a few streams. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's lazy.
He's a good boy though. Did you want to do your trick, dude? Did you want to do your trick? Damn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. If you made it to this point, and to Mrs. Mountain for joining us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Something a little bit different for the channel for such a huge milestone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. This is SwagMountain 64.
Over and out.
That was good.
It wasn't even planned.
That was good. Some of you guys may have realized this by now, but I'm a little past 1 mil. Regardless, it's better late than never to have the video up, and it's even been a few weeks since I recorded that, but I thought it was some fantastic content. And are you seeing this swag though? As well as the 1 mil logo. If you guys are interested in checking the shirt out, limited run for only 2 weeks, check out the link in the description. I appreciate you guys with all the support you've shown. And yeah, here's to another mil, guys. Let's do it.